Chicken salad is a household favorite. If you're not making this and just keeping it in your refrigerator so that you can eat it throughout the week, you're missing out. I'm telling you, it's so easy to throw together a lunch. We've got 3 different chicken salads here that you are going to love. They are so good. All right, let's start by making a jalapeno popper chicken salad. I'm going to be putting jalapenos in this, obviously, because it's jalapeno popper. So I'm taking out most of the seeds here. We'll just cut this up. I might leave a few of the seeds because I'm thinking this one is primarily gonna be for me and my husband, although my kids will probably enjoy this one too, honestly. We're just gonna leave a few seeds in, and I'm dicing it pretty small. This is just a half of a jalapeno, but I have another one that I need to grab because we're gonna add more. Now I went ahead and cooked up my chicken breasts. Obviously, you can use canned chicken for this if you want to. That makes it really, really easy, but totally up to you how you want to do it. Okay, so I've already got my chicken breasts here in my KitchenAid mixer bowl. I've seen those really cool things where you take your chicken breast and you pop it into a little, it's got like pointy things on it, and then you set the lid on and you go like this and it shreds your chicken, which is awesome. Super convenient. I'll have one linked in the description box, so if you want to pick one of those up, you can. I always just mix mine in the mixer because I have it and it's always just right here next to me. It's very convenient. So got a little jalapeno from my garden. They're so cute. Ooh, I can tell this is a spicy one. Like, I can smell it and tell that this is a spicy one. I just did a really quick pre-shred on this before we put all of the other ingredients in and pull it all together. Okay, so obviously it's a chicken salad and it requires mayo, but whenever a recipe like this requires mayo, I typically will sub out some of the mayo for Greek yogurt. We use a non-fat Greek yogurt, so obviously it's less fat than mayonnaise, but it also adds additional protein. So I'm gonna add about a 1/4 cup or so of Greek yogurt. Then we'll add mayo. And again with that, just about a 1/4 cup. We do need a little bit of salt, about a 1/2 teaspoon or so of onion powder, and same thing with garlic powder. Just a touch of avocado oil, just a touch. And then we are gonna take some green onion and some bacon, but let's just mix this together. About 4 pieces or so. Just gonna throw them in there. Now, if you like a less shredded version of chicken, you'd rather it be cubed, that's totally fine. Cube it up, mix it all together, you're good to go. Let's taste it before I add green onion. Just see where we are. It's so good. It's so good. The ever so slightest bit of spice, 100%. I feel like I could add more to this, but I want my kids to be able to eat it and enjoy it. But wow. Jalapeno popper chicken salad. We've eaten that one for a couple of days.
Yeah, I know I mixed the two of them together today to finish it off, but
we had just a little bit left of each one.
Yeah, we do like our traditional grape nut and chicken one, but the other one you made, that was my preference this week.
I'm surprised to hear that.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, that was very good, and we had it in the wraps.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yes. If you do, we have
because it's more chicken salad than bread. Are there wraps?
Yeah.
No.
I was going to show the kind that we get.
Yeah. Right.
So I brought sourdough bread with us, and we use the organic Mission wraps, and they're so good with a chicken salad.
They're medium.
So good. Medium size.
Medium size, I think, which is perfect for, I mean, it's in between a burrito or a taco, but it's perfect for that.
Yeah, but that one was really good.
Yeah, I like that one.
A portion of today's video is kindly sponsored by Circle. And if you've never tried this, it's a really fun and innovative way to add flavoring to your water. They have so many different flavors. You can add caffeine, electrolytes. You've also got 0 calories, no sugar, no artificial flavors or colors. One of these little cartridges that you replace into your Circle bottle can last up to 6 20-ounce bottles. And then if you get tired of a flavor, you can just change it up. Add in your new cartridge to the lid of the circle bottle. Change your flavor profile to which number you prefer. I actually prefer to keep mine on like a 1 or a 2. I want a little less flavor, but you can go all the way up to 9. You can really make these flavors stand out. Snap back the lid and tuck it under the little lip here. Take a sip and you get the flavor that comes through. I am currently trying the passion fruit. This one actually has added caffeine, antioxidants, and B vitamins in it. If you'd like to try Circle for yourself, check out the link in my description box. My followers will get a free white stainless steel bottle and a flavor cartridge with your first order of $35 or more. This is a sweeter chicken salad, which you might be surprised that I absolutely love, okay? So I'm gonna take some grapes, and I never measure these. I just always kind of do them by sight. I've got 2 chicken breasts here in this bowl. And actually, let's pre-shred this again, just a little bit before we cut up the grapes. If you've been here for a while, then you already know that my deep love of chicken salad started, I think I was 12 when a family member bought a bagel shop / deli. So I started working there very early on and worked there through high school. I don't think I did in college at all. I think they had sold it by then. But we had deli sandwiches, bagels, you know, all that kind of stuff. And chicken salad was one of them. Now, this was not a recipe that they had. This was one that I had early in my 20s, and I was like, wow, I really like that. I was surprised because you guys know I'm not a fan of sweet things. I'm a fan of savory things. But there's something about this one on a hot summer day that is just so good. So I'm gonna make that one in this video, and let me tell you, I'm sure there are different variations, but the way that we make it is crazy easy. So I'm adding as many grapes as I want. I look in there and I look at it and I think, is that enough grapes? If it's not, I just keep adding. I should do the recipe, the chicken salad recipe that we had at, we called it the bagel shop, but I should make that recipe because it was so good. We would make the chicken salad, but then we would make chicken salad melts. I just made bagels too, by the way. We would take a bagel, cut it in half, and dig out a little bit. So a little bit of the bagel filling, put chicken salad on both sides, then a slice of cheese on top of that, pop that under the broiler and have a chicken salad melt. Y'all, one of my favorite things. Now I will do my very best to add this recipe to my website, even though it's crazy easy. And I mean, there's like 4 ingredients, but it's all subjective. If you like more sweetness, if you like more grapes, just add more grapes. It's so easy. We've got the 2 chicken breasts. I'm gonna add in some Greek yogurt because that's what we always do. We still add mayo. We just like a little bit of Greek yogurt to lessen the fat content. Always Duke's, and we love the one with olive oil. So let's add, it's really just a few tablespoons based on what we have in here. And then walnuts. And because I want this to be super easy, I go ahead and just buy the pieces. And then I put in however much I think we're gonna like. That's probably a little more than a 1/4 cup. Okay, then we just pull all of it together. Y'all, that's literally it. It's the easiest chicken salad on planet Earth. You can add salt and pepper as well. Let me taste it and see if it needs it. It needs a little bit of salt. Just a touch of salt. I mean, it can't be easier than this. It's crazy. It's crazy how easy it is. The grape and walnut I've made before. We've had that.
Yeah.
I mean, how many times? It's like the perfect, if you need to take a picnic lunch or you're going to the beach or something like that, if you want to take lunch with you, I feel like this one travels so well, and it lasts for several days in the refrigerator, which is awesome. I mean, we just had that for several days.
Yeah, okay.
I do some Greek yogurt with mayonnaise to make it less fattening, to add more, to make it more saucy. I don't know what the right word is there.
I know.
But just to cut down on the fat content.
Yeah. Have more kind of liquid in it, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah.
I prefer that.
Yeah. chicken salad, but make it hot. Okay, this is a very interesting recipe. This is a sun-dried tomato chicken salad. The flavors are phenomenal. It's so good. You guys are gonna love this one. Reheats really well. Technically, you could eat it cold after it's cooked, but we're gonna make a hot version tonight. I've got some sun-dried tomatoes here. These are not packed in oil, but I do think that the ones packed in oil would be completely fine. I'm just going to cut these up. Now, we like a lot of sun-dried tomatoes, so, you know, you can use less if you would like. There's a little bit of prep in this. As with any chicken salad, there's some cutting involved. Okay, I think that's a good amount. Let's put all those into a little bowl. Now, I'm using chicken thighs for this recipe, but feel free to use chicken breasts. That is fine. I am gonna cut off some of the fat. You guys know, I'm not a fan of that hanging out on there. And then I'm gonna cut it into pieces. Now, technically, you can cook this just as is and then cut it up later, but I'm gonna make it easy on myself. I've already dirtied my cutting board. I'm not gonna cook it and then bring it back over here and do the work again. So we're gonna cut into slices and then kind of like bite-size-ish pieces. I should have sharpened my knife. How often do I say that? Take your guesses in the comments below, because I feel like it's a lot. Also, I did gum up my knife using it to cut the sun-dried tomatoes first though. All right, so the chicken is now cut into little cubes, bite-sized pieces. We need to add some salt. We want this to have good flavor. And I'm gonna add some flour. And I'm gonna toss this in flour. So just a few tablespoons, toss it all around. Let it get coated in that flour. I might add a little bit more after that initial toss. This is for use when you're frying it up, but then when we make the sauce, it's gonna add some thickness to the sauce, okay? I already have some oil over on my stove that's heating up so that this will be ready to toss in there and fry. We're gonna do a quick sear and then we'll start to make the sauce. All right, so my heat was on a low. I just wanted to start there and kind of get the oil heated up. So now I'm gonna turn it up to a medium-ish, maybe a medium high, and really get this working, and then we'll put that chicken in. Letting it cook up, we'll have to break it apart a bit. Even though we are adding paprika to the sauce, I do like to saute in paprika. Oh man, this is gonna be so good. Okay, let's start to turn that. Obviously, if you make your chicken in whole pieces, you're gonna have a lot less to turn here. Once I get it all turned over though, it'll be easier to break up separately. Okay, this is actually a really decent sear. So I'm turning my heat down to more of a low, medium low. And let's put all of this on a plate, not over an open flame so I don't melt the plate. My heat is lowered, but we're gonna add in some minced garlic. This is probably about 2 cloves. I've also got some paprika, some cayenne pepper, and some oregano. Half teaspoon of cayenne and about a teaspoon each of paprika and oregano. All of that can go in. Oh my goodness, the smell. Oh my goodness. Okay, mix this just a bit here. And add in the sun-dried tomatoes. Now, because none of the oil, there's no oil in those sun-dried tomatoes, let's just add a touch. Not much, because like I said, we're adding fat into this with the milk, or in your case, it might be heavy cream, but just a little bit, just to kind of get this to come back to life here, the sun-dried tomatoes. I'm gonna add in some chicken broth and some cream milk combo here. Overall, I'm probably adding 1.5 cups. You can make as much of this as you want, but I just felt like that was enough for what we're making. So it was maybe 3/4 cup of each. Let's just stir that. Okay, I also have a little bit of Parmesan cheese. We're just gonna add a little bit in here, less than just a couple tablespoons really. Not too much. Okay, mix all of that, just gently stirring. And we're gonna add the chicken back into this. And my heat is on a medium low. We're gonna let it cook as the sauce reduces. That's the good stuff. Don't let that go to waste. Okay, just let this cook. It's probably gonna take around 5 to 7 minutes or so, but we're gonna let that sauce kind of reduce a bit. It should not boil, but you want a little bit of a simmer. While this finishes over here, I'm gonna prep my bread. So I've got 2 very large sub rolls, and we're gonna cut them in half because this is about the size that we're gonna eat, and then cut them in half like you would a sandwich. Oh, I shouldn't have cut all the way through. I don't normally do that. I don't know what I was thinking. What I like to do is open them up, and then especially for something like this, my preference is to kind of dig out the center a little bit. And the reason we do that is because then you get more filling than bread, but it's totally up to you. If you want more bread, then just don't do that. Don't dig out the center. I'm also gonna do a light toast. You don't have to, just preference. Our dog is literally waiting for these, waiting. Oh, you're so spoiled. And if you're wondering, she's not gonna get all of it, but she does get a little. Okay, we're just gonna do a quick toast on these. Okay, you can see that it's taking a little bit longer to come back together when I do this. So it's definitely getting a thicker sauce, which is what I want. I'm gonna let this go just a few more minutes, thicken it up just a little bit more. You want that nice gravy-ish kind of thing in there, but I want to make sure that it's thickened up all the way. Now, when preparing this one, I keep it pretty simple. We've got some basil, and I think that it's really good with basil. Ooh, this basil doesn't look very good. Well, that stinks. We've got some spinach. Okay, we're gonna use spinach. That stinks. It's so pretty with the basil, and I love the flavor that it adds, but you know, probably should have checked that beforehand. That's my bad. And you know what? Because we're adding spinach, I'm gonna change this up a little bit. Normally, I would top it with fresh basil because I do think it's really good. I'm actually just gonna go ahead and add basil to the chicken mixture and kind of let it cook down just a little bit. Still might add a little bit to each little sandwich, but I don't know, we'll see. I do have fresh basil on my garden, but it's purple basil, and it doesn't add that beautiful color that you're looking for. Man, I mean, it's beautiful color, but it's not that green, pop of green color that I'm looking for this recipe. Okay, so just imagine that this is basil and that we're just topping our beautiful sandwiches with the chicken mixture and the basil, okay? All right, let me show you the assembly process. We're gonna put in some of that amazing chicken flavor. So good. Now I did go ahead and pull some basil off the garden because these flavors just work so well with basil. It's not as much as I would want, but it'll be fine for the recipe today. I actually just recently started growing this basil, so we don't have a ton of it. And then add a little bit more Parmesan cheese. So good. Let's give it a little taste, see how it is. Prepare for messy. It's adjusted to my height, not yours.
That's okay.
It's called Marry Me Chicken Salad, but it's like a hot sandwich. Good, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's different.
Yeah.
What's the green?
Well, there's spinach in that. It was supposed to be basil. We have a little bit of basil off the garden, but the basil wasn't good. So would have been really good, I think, with fresh basil.
That's good.
Yeah.
Marry Me chicken salad?
Yeah, a hot chicken salad.
So like, it's meant for the woman to impress the man.
I think so. I think that's where because there's a Marry Me chicken, and I think that's where it came from. Our verse today comes from Psalms 55:22. Cast your cares on the Lord, and he will sustain you. He will never let the righteous be shaken. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Check out the video that I have listed right here on the screen. It's gonna give you more encouragement and inspiration in the kitchen. It has awesome recipes in it. Do not miss this one. Don't even exit YouTube before you watch it. I hope that you're having a great week. Bye.